punch through that layer of clouds, the vehicle continues on its upward ascent towards space. If you are just joining us, we have had a clean liftoff of New Shepard's 26th flight in this program. We are witnessing the 8th human space flight of New Shepard. We have astronauts 38 through 43 on the vehicle on its way to space. Our next milestone here is main engine cutoff. And what we'll witness is the speed will start to come down, but the altitude will continue to go up. When the speed hits 0, it means we have hit apogee. And Jackie, I think one of the other cool part of this program is that you see that kind of slight little hot dog roll we got going on of the rocket. We just want to give, it's just to give the astronauts each a 360-degree view as they're going up, which is so cool. All right, main engine cutoff and separation have been confirmed. And Jackie, this is when our astronauts are feeling 0G. Dr. Rob Furl is going to start his experiments up there in the cabin.
Hopefully after a little time to look out the window.
Yeah,
pre-experimentation.
I would totally steal at least a couple of looks out of the big, gorgeous windows. And again, we're coming up on apogee. You see that the speed is reducing. When it hits 0, that's when we've hit. That is when we've hit apogee. At this point, we are well over the Kármán line, about 328,000 or 328,000 feet or 100 kilometers up. And there it is, apogee. About 340,000 feet. Jackie, can you imagine the view?
I was talking about being jealous of your astronaut training, but I'm more jealous of them right now.
No, they're unbuckled at the moment. They are turning their somersaults. They are soaking it in. They are, we're witnessing 6 people having their minds blown right now as we speak. But the booster is heading on down, and it will beat the capsule back to Earth. The booster, of course, has a controlled landing on a landing pad just 2 miles north of where it's taken off from. The capsule, less aerodynamically shaped, will land second under 3 parachutes in our landing zone in our valley in West Texas. So far, a nominal flight of our 26th mission to space and back of the New Shepard vehicle, plus our 8th human spaceflight.
Congratulations truly to all 6 of our astronauts today. Oh, I'm sorry, our crew who officially have become astronauts.
That's right.
Massive congratulations.
Over the Kármán line.
Phoenix, report status is peaceful. Phoenix, report status.
Phoenix, 4, 5, and 6 are in. Hey, Phoenix, tell them that everyone's in.
all 6 astronauts are back in their seat, and the booster is screaming on home.
Yeah, as we mentioned, that booster is going to return to Earth a lot faster than the capsule because of the aerodynamic nature of the crew capsule.
It's coming back to the clouds.
That's a sweet view of the booster as it's coming back through the atmosphere here.
So we see the drag brakes have been deployed.
There's the relight of that BE-3 engine. That gorgeous hover above the landing pad. And booster touchdown, a successful touchdown of the booster for the NS-26 mission. Always a sight to see.
Always a sight to see. I mean, it's been going thousands of miles per hour, and then it comes in landing. You see it just kind of hovers there at 5 miles an hour. It's such a smooth descent, and landing. And as a reminder to people, this is so critical to the reusability, because the smoother the landing, the less you jostle the rocket, the less you have to refurbish the rocket, the more uses you can get out of the rocket.
Absolutely. And some really cool things here, right? Like those fins you were talking about earlier, our lessons learned with guiding this vehicle back are going to be applied to our next big vehicle, New Glenn. So again, just so many lessons learned from this booster every single mission.
Every single mission. Now, the crew capsule is obviously also coming back down to land here. We are going to have first the drogue parachutes that come out. Those are kind of like the guide parachutes. Then we're going to see the mains. They will reef, so they're going to kind of go out just a little bit, and then they fully inflate. And talk about cutting speed. You can already see the speed on the screen there. It comes in at just like 15, 16 miles an hour for nice smooth. There she is.
And again, these parachutes, both the drogues and the mains, are essential in providing a gentle touchdown for the capsule. But as we get closer to the ground here, you're going to see a retro thrust system on the base of the capsule, which does kick up a bit of West Texas dust, but it makes for an even smoother touchdown. Then again, you know, like you said, the already slow speed that the capsule is descending at now. We're just 400 feet away from touchdown. Again, stay tuned for that retro thrust system here. And crew capsule touchdown. Welcome home to the newest 6 astronauts, the Blue Steel team. Once more, what appears to be a completely smooth flight for New Shepard. Our booster touching down at the landing pad, and a soft landing for our latest crew.
Just a beautiful flight, up and back. I mean, that is just one of the cleanest flights I've seen from this rocket. But behind every rocket is an extraordinary team. So a big shout out to the entire New Shepard program. What a beautiful flight today. And another congratulations to the 6 newest astronauts. What a day it has been. Now, our capsule recovery team is currently going to be driving out to the convoy to meet the capsule. They're going to safe the capsule and get ready to open the hatch and welcome our astronauts back home.
And that convoy includes, obviously, you know, the vehicle team, the New Shepard professionals, but also the family members of our crew who, without a doubt, are excited to reunite with their loved ones. They're newly minted astronauts. We saw it earlier in one of the videos, but some of those hugs when their astronauts come back to Earth are probably some of the most memorable, biggest hugs in a lifetime.
There's some mean hugs.
Those are some mean hugs.
We've captured some mean hugs on these webcasts. Well, so talking about friends and family, you know, we talk. These people have dreamed of going to space for a long time, but with those sorts of dreams come friends and family that support in so many ways, emotional and otherwise. And on that note, while we're waiting for the recovery crew to make it out to the capsule, we were able a couple of days ago to have a chat with a very special former astronaut and someone who's got a tight connection with one of today's crew. Let's hear what NS-20 astronaut Jim Kitchen had to say about what this experience is like for astronauts, as well as what his daughter, Carson Kitchen, may be experiencing right now. All right, we've got a very special guest with us today from our NS-20 crew, Jim Kitchen. Welcome back. How's it feel to be down in West Texas once again?
It's exciting to be here to watch another space launch, and here at the iconic El Capitan Hotel in lovely Van Horn, Texas.
Well, this isn't just any, space launch. There's somebody very special going up. Tell me about her.
This is a special launch. When she was a little girl, my daughter Carson, she told me definitively that she's going to be an astronaut. And here we are 15 years later, and she's actually going to be an astronaut in going to space in a couple of days.
How obviously you're a very proud dad. There's got to be a lot of contradicting thoughts going through your head right now. What are you feeling?
Yeah, well put. It's emotional. Her mom and I are here. Her family's coming. Her friends are coming. It's emotional to see someone that's wanted to go to space and is actually, a dream come true. And, to be able to have that dream and to have it fulfilled is amazing. But, I think about Alan Shepard in 1961 going to space, and then his daughter Laura Shepard doing that after. It's surreal to think that she and I are going to be have that in common. But it's such mixed feelings on this because it's exciting, but we're also watching this with anticipation.
Yeah, that's your baby.
It's my baby.
So. Have you spoken to Carson since she started her training? What's going through her head these days at this moment? It's one thing to be thinking about it when you're back at home. It's another thing once you get to Van Horn, it's real.
Yeah, I saw her last night, and she's really excited. She's a very positive person. She looked at me and said, "Dad, of all of the people that have ever lived on this planet," and we talked about that number, it was 110 billion people, that she gets an opportunity to go to space. And she's dumbfounded by that. We were looking at the stars last night at the Astronaut Village, and she said, people since the dawn of humanity have wanted to go to space, and to actually be able to do that, be one of the first 700. There's only been 100 or so women that have done that. And so for her to be one of the youngest women and the youngest woman to go past the Kármán line is surreal. But she's all business. She can't wait till launch day, but she's just having the time of her life. She hugged me a couple times, and it's just like, I can't believe this is happening. But she's excited and very confident.
Amazing. Well, talking about all business. Your daughter, Carson, has found an amazing organization called Orbitel. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about the organization and its mission?
In general, what she wants to do is just encourage young women to pursue
Jackie, as we just saw, Jim Kitchen, a very proud father of his daughter, Carson Kitchen, one of the newest astronauts we have here. And what we see on the screen, we've got our recovery crew. The first person that ran out there was Sarah Knights, our crew member 7. What she does first is she runs around the capsule to each one of the 6 windows, to each one of the 6 astronauts, gets the thumbs up, and make sure everybody is happy and safe. And then the rest of the team comes in. You've seen passing in the background the Rivian trucks. There goes another one. Those are filled with friends and family that are going to join here in a moment. Of course, first thing is safety. Need to make sure that the capsule has vented whatever it needs to vent, and that we've taken the lines of the parachutes off. And then next, what you'll see is somebody will bring over the stairs to put under the hatch, to put next to the hatch. It's about a meter. It's about 3 feet, the bottom of the hatch from the base of the base of the hatch to the ground itself. So it just makes for a more comfortable egress for our astronauts as they come home. The capsule there seems to have found a really nice clear spot in our desert to land. How convenient. I've been out there with the team trying to detangle the parachute lines from the brush that's out there. And that is, if you like taking out knots, if you're one of those odd people that really enjoys that and finds that...
I'm not one of those.
No, I'm not one of those either. If you find
personally.
that stress relieving, you should come join our team. But no, not today. It is a nice, clean landing of the crew capsule. You see the stairs have been put there. So we're just moments away here from the egress of our astronauts and the welcome home from their friends and family. Let's take a look. Welcome back, everybody, to New Shepard's 26th mission to space and back. If you missed it, a completely nominal and successful flight of both the booster. You see it nicely standing proud in the background.
Love this view.
A spectacular view. And
Capsule with its ride in the background.
Yeah,
there. It's
and
great.
In the foreground, a very happy capsule there. Our safety crew is safing the vehicle, making sure everything is vented, making sure the parachute lines are detached. We have the stairs that are all set up there. We're waiting for the astronauts to egress. We've got the additional vehicles that are rolling in here with friends and family. And inside that capsule, Jackie, we've got 6 of the newest astronauts. I mean, just, it's, this view for me never gets old. I've been here 10 years. This is the 8th one of these we've done. More than 40 astronauts we've supported going to space. God,
there are those family and friends getting over there, getting ready for those big hugs that we were talking about. A big congratulations to Carson Kitchen, who has become the youngest female to cross over the Kármán line, the internationally recognized line of space at 100 kilometers up. And also just a huge congratulations to Dr. Rob Furl and his entire team at the University of Florida Plant Lab, which is so amazing. He's the first NASA-funded researcher to journey on a commercial suborbital vehicle. Again, I can't wait to read that research paper. And Jackie, we've talked about it earlier in the show. One of the things that's so cool about New Shepard is we've done payloads, we've done human space flight. We're now combining the two for tended missions. It serves as a perfect pipeline for the science community from around the world to fly their experiments and their technology up to space. You get a couple of minutes of zero G up in space. By the way, we can also put experiments mounted on the outside of the capsule if you want exposure to the vacuum of space. Yeah, we've actually flown some really cool lunar landing sensors mounted on the exterior of the booster. When we get that, re-entry data, it's super helpful for those type of payloads as well. It's super helpful, and sometimes you don't necessarily need the full flight to the International Space Station, which is very cool and oftentimes what you do need. But in building up to that flight to the ISS, start with a New Shepard launch, which is less expensive. You get your science back immediately. You can do it again, and then get ready to go to fly. So, this is the first, I hope, of many, many human-tended experiments to go on New Shepard. Jackie, I was just looking at the capsule. One of the things that stands out to me, so I watched a lot of these launches and landings, is, man, the capsule picked a really nice, clear spot in the desert. I've been out there with the team when these parachute lines get all, tangled up in the brush, and there are some really nasty, pokey plants out there. And I don't know if you're one of those people that enjoy undoing knots. I'm not. I don't even like untying like a knot in my shoelace, so I'm definitely not one of those people. Yeah. Then come join us for that parachute crew. But here we go. Hatch is open. Welcome back, astronauts. Seeing a lot of smiles, a lot of jubilance here. Oh, that is love. That is emotion.
How are you feeling? Yeah.
You see the families, Jackie. We talked about it. This might be the astronauts' dream, but the support that they need and they get from these family members and friends that are down there. That's, you have astronauts that are having emotions that they've never felt, but to see your loved one come back from an experience like that.
Right,
it's
and like
amazing.
we said earlier, spaceflight on New Shepard has kind of become a family affair. So seeing that hug between New Shepard astronaut Jim Kitchen and his daughter Carson, really just such a special moment, really hitting that point home in a very unique way.
So we've seen all 6 of our astronauts come out again, absolutely jubilant. We saw Dr. Rob Furl put his University of Florida hat on, representing. As you said, I can't wait to read his research paper on his findings.
Yeah, I don't think I've read something like that since high school biology, but I am ready. Now is my time. And I will tell you, when I learned about it in high school, they weren't talking about something like what Rob just did. And so I'm very, very excited for what's to come out of that and the potentially huge impact on science and research. It's just so exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's wonderful what boundaries a program like New Shepard can press forward. Obviously, we're looking forward to the next generation, which is New Glenn, our big orbital rocket that will be launching for the first time later this year, and all the doors that it's going to open.
Absolutely. And again, really the lessons learned from New Shepard are so applicable to everything we've been doing on New Glenn. We mentioned the fins earlier as just an example, but even with mission operations, right? Conducting a mission like NS-26, all of those lessons learned are directly applicable to our mission operators for New Glenn here in just a few months.
In just a few months. And I mean, I can't wait for that day, Jackie. That is, think about the emotion that we're feeling here today. I'm going to make an analogy. Please, bear with me. It's going to be a bit tortured here.
I'm ready for it.
110,000 pounds of thrust on the BE-3 engine. You take that and you multiply it by 35, 3.85 million pounds of thrust on the base of the New Glenn rocket.
Now you're doing math. So over the course of this webcast, we've hit biology, chemistry, and mathematics. So I just wanted to acknowledge that.
We're hitting all those STEAM landmarks.
We are.
But, that is it is going to be at least 35 times as exciting, and the rumble that's going to happen down there at the Cape. It is going to be huge. It is going to be absolutely huge. And by the way, just like New Shepard, it will evolve to take humans on board. And this same emotion, you're going to see that after astronauts have gone to space, gone to the moon. It's what we're doing here at Blue Origin is I just feel very fortunate to be part of the program, part of the company.
Yeah, I have to tell you, Ariane, back about 8 years ago when I joined Blue, the real thing that tipped it over for me was the people here at Blue, and you were one of them back in the day.
Oh, stop.
Truly,
Jackie
and still
Cortez.
are to this day. So thank you, Ariane.
Okay, but it just didn't take you very long.
No,
Yeah.
it didn't take you long at all.
I know,
And
this
the
is-
contrast between you,
need to go tell
you
him
kind of
Mom, thank
black
you
out.
for
Oh,
letting
yeah.
me use it. There he is.
Yeah, I did. Thank you so much.
fun.
That was amazing.
Welcome, astronaut. It's great.
That was.
Before.
And then it becomes just.
Yeah.
So they're getting a couple of insights from Carson Kitchen. Obviously, the audio's a little patchy out there.
Amon helped you out. Yes,
So
Amon.
were you yelling like somebody?
But
Hold in the countdown.
Rob, I didn't hear the final number. Did you see the final number? Share it with us.
We'll find out. I'll find out. What was it like?
105 was pretty good. It was well above.
The ride was incredibly smooth, and I was so impressed with the ride up. But being there,
No ambiguity on
the darkness of space, you can't. There's no way to talk about it. There's no way to talk about how impressive space is and the Earth
You all get out
below.
of your seats?
It's just- I've heard-
Again, yeah, understanding this audio is a little shaky here, but again, we'll get all of these amazing reactions on our socials
Science
clearly,
went well.
so stay tuned for that after the
Everything
mission.
worked the way it was supposed to. The hours, weeks, and months of preparation all went real well. Everything is good.
That's
I
great.
couldn't have been a better experience.
Thank you for helping us pathfind what this looks like moving
Well,
forward.
I think it's much
You
harder.
bet. There's room and opportunity for scientists
You've got lots going
of all
on.
sizes, shapes, and ages to do this. They really should. There's a lot of opportunity in a ride like that. Thank
Thanks
you.
for flying, Ron.
Yeah, the whole
Congratulations.
thing.
You're the best.
It's red and
Thank
orange. The fire's coming
Well,
on
if
the
you're looking
outside.
for a testimonial for the future of human-tended research on New Shepard, I couldn't have said it better myself. So there it is from Dr. Rob Furl. What just an absolutely incredible day for all of us, and especially for our crew on board NS-26. Carson Kitchen, Nicolina Elric, Rob Furl, Iman Jahangir, Eugene Grin, and Ephraim Rabin. It was an absolute honor to fly you to space today. If you, listening in, you watching, would like to follow in the pioneering footsteps of these astronauts and purchase a seat on a future ride to space, visit blueorigin.com and click Fly to Space. Pretty straightforward there, right?
Keep it easy.
Your own journey to visit the Kármán line is closer than you think.
And if you would like to purchase a mission patch to commemorate today's launch, head to the Blue Origin shop for patches and a lot more sweet gear. Here's that patch, if we can get it on screen here, for today's, there you go, for today's flight, which is what our astronauts, you saw it on their suit, that green color and the plants ascending in spiral lines representing the living organisms that Rob Furl had in his experiment. The continuous loop represents Ephraim Rabin's career in supply chain. The heart represents Dr. Iman Jahangir's career as a cardiologist. The spiral line towards space represents Eugene Grin's passion for travel. And the children at the bottom represent Carson Kitchen and Nicolina Elric's childhood dreams to go to space. But they also represent Club for the Future's mission to inspire and mobilize future generations to pursue STEAM careers. Now, if you want to join us and build a road to space, we have hundreds of positions open across all of our facilities across the U.S. You see it there, including machinists, programmers, from Florida to Alabama to our headquarters up in the state of Washington. Just visit our website for more details at blueorigin.com/careers. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ariane Cornell. Jackie, it was a pleasure to have you here at the desk with me.
Always a pleasure, Ariane, and with our third webcast
And
host.
with our third webcaster here, the future astronaut. Thank you so much for joining us until our next launch, Gradatum Ferociter. Have you ever dreamed of going to space and gazing back on Earth through some of the largest windows that have ever flown in space? We certainly have.
T-minus 10.
A once-in-a-lifetime journey is closer than you think. It's your time to join the new generation of astronauts. To book your flight, visit blueorigin.com and click Fly to Space. Tell us as much as you can about yourself. We welcome you to the final frontier.